We are here now with former Dallas Police Chief and ABC contributor David Brown, who played such a huge role in bringing the country together after that tragic attack on police officers last summer in Dallas. And now he has a new memoir out called Called to Rise. Welcome, Chief Brown.
How are you,
man?
I'm fine. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing great. Now, you wrote that you were a sophomore in college when you decided to go into law enforcement. What brought that on? What sparked that?
So I was a sophomore, but then my senior year, I'm about to graduate college, and the crack cocaine epidemic hit my old neighborhood. This is 1983, and I am so restless about wanting to do something to help my neighborhood. At the disappointment of my father especially, I quit school and put in an application for the police department and get hired. And my first beat was my old neighborhood.
Really?
Yes, yes.
And why was your father disappointed? What did he want you to go into?
Well, he had negative experiences with the police. He was born in the 1940s. And so he lived throughout the 60s, and he wanted me to help the family by graduating college, getting a decent job, and getting into corporate America. And I was very stubborn. I insisted on giving back to the community, and my mother just looked at me and said, "You just be safe."
And then once you joined the police department, you rose through the ranks pretty fast. What do you contribute your quick rise to?
I had a passion for the community. I'm an inner city kid, and I'm proud of where I come from, and I always wanted to really show that the community was the most important thing, and really the community policing aspects of it was something that as I rose through the ranks, I was able to do on a more broader basis.
And but you were a beacon of hope, really, for the nation when you lost the officers in the sniper attack in Dallas. And through this entire thing, there was so much of an uproar, but you remained so calm. How were you able to remain so calm in the middle of that big storm?
I drew on my experiences and my faith to be able to communicate to 5 grieving families, encourage the cops to continue in this noble profession, and I could speak as well to the community members because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
And so there was no conflict with expressing to protesters, put down a protest sign, put in an application, because that's what I did. And there's no conflict with me in holding officers accountable, because as chief, I held officers accountable to be sensitive to the community. And it's a seamless navigation for me, where it's maybe difficult for others, but I have such a passion for the community that it just works for me. And
one way you really helped the community, you were innovative in the fact that you went and you talked to the kids. You started when they were young. Why did you make that approach or take that approach?
In my book, in 6th grade, I was part of the busing, desegregation, and a young white kid invited me home to dinner named Mike Schillenberg. Changed my worldview of race because the adults were all, in conflict over integration and desegregation. And 6th graders understood that our intimate, authentic relationships with one another can overcome the challenges of race.
I tell you what, thank you for coming and discussing this, and thank you for writing this book. And it is Called to Rise. It hits bookstores this morning.